Hello, I am Shantae Hightower, an early childhood education business coach. In today's video, we will discuss setting up a record-keeping system. We will learn how and why to accurately track records for your business for the Virginia Early Childhood Foundation. The information contained here has been prepared by Civitas Strategies Early Start and is not intended to constitute legal, tax, or financial advice. The Civitas Strategies Early Start team has used reasonable efforts in collecting, preparing, and providing this information, but does not guarantee its accuracy, completeness, adequacy, or currency. The publication and distribution of this information is not intended to create, and receipt does not constitute an attorney-client or any other advisory relationship. Reproduction of this information is expressly prohibited. Whether you're one person or have a company of hundreds, maintaining accurate business records is extremely important. A solid record-keeping system can help you easily access your documents when needed and alleviate any fears of misplacing them. This is important to business no matter what size you are. Maintaining accurate business records is vital to your operations. A solid and complete record-keeping system helps you along the way. You'll be able to find something when you need it, or when it's been requested by a funder, government representative, or child care licensing. Practically speaking, clear records allow you to quickly understand your business needs in the day-to-day operations. In this resource guide, we'll go over what type of records you should keep, how long you should keep those records, how you should store and maintain them, and also give you tips and tricks to get started. In childcare businesses, it is so important to keep records. These could include enrollment and registration information, bank statements, payroll, contracts, licensing information. How long should you keep them? Anywhere from 3 to 7 years, depending on what kind of documents they are. But also, it could be indefinitely, and we'll go over that later. How should I store and maintain these records? You can do this digitally. You can keep paper records. And we'll also go over different ways that you can choose to do this that is most helpful to you and your business. Tips and tricks to help you get started. We're going to help you out in that area. We're going to give you ways that you can develop these systems, maintain them, that's accessible for not only you, but your staff when needed as well. Here, we're providing you with types of records that you can keep. You could begin this process by making a list of the different types of documents that are associated with your business. Some common examples are included here. There are several key records that you should maintain regardless of the size of your business. For example, all businesses should keep their state and federal tax returns, including all supporting and backup documentation. Businesses should also keep current and past employee names, addresses, timesheets, and pay stubs. Generally, records should also include bank statements, insurance documents, contracts, loans and mortgages, purchase receipts, customer bills, profit and loss statements, and balance sheets. There are additional type of records that will be useful to keep depending on your organization type. For larger organizations, you should include a depreciation schedule, if applicable. Nonprofits or corporations with board of directors also save relevant meeting minutes, documentation, and incorporation paperwork. As a general rule, all child care providers should have all paperwork related to their business, including licensing and regulation. Here, we'll discuss the length of time you should keep your records. Different kinds of records should be kept for different lengths of time, and some are dependent on the specific needs of your business. For example, we recommend that you keep all of your tax records for 7 years. This is the maximum amount of time needed in case you're claiming a loss. The minimum time needed is at least 3 years from the date you filed the original return, or 2 years from the date you paid the tax, whichever one is later. Accounting documents, including invoices and checks, should be kept for 5 years. Payroll records and print time cards, if applicable, should be held for between 3 to 7 years, just like your tax records. For nonprofits or corporations that complete audit reports, plan to keep those records indefinitely. That means you need to keep these documents forever. Annual statements should remain in your records indefinitely as well. Other important records and the amounts of time to keep them include personnel files for 4 to 5 years, past insurance policies and records for 3 years, and contracts for 3 years after they've been completed. It can be useful to create a record retention schedule for your business outlining exactly how long you should keep copies of each of those documents. Now let's discuss how to store your records. You can use digital records or paper records. There are various options for you to store them. The perks of maintaining digital records are that they don't take up space to store, and there are many free or low-cost options that are simple to use. Setting up your digital records can be as simple as saving digital copies or photos of your documents on your computer. A paper record-keeping system can be one of the simplest to set up, but it should be clearly organized and labeled to help you quickly find your documents when you need them. Consider tools for organizing paper-based systems. They could include file folders, hanging folders, labels, or a large accordion folder or cabinet for storage. Either way, when you're setting up a digital or paper-based record-keeping system, getting everything set up will take some time. An investment of a couple hours in a few file folders can give you the peace of mind of knowing that your records are in order and easily accessible. A records index is an easy way you can look up, find, and reference your files. These can be put in a file cabinet. This acts like a reference guide, so you can easily look up and find the information you might need. Not just for you, but for someone else, in case they need to locate something when you're not available. This is very helpful with licensing. The simple version might just be a set of labeled folders with sections to make everything easy to access. Binders can also do the trick. The more complex version might be a spreadsheet or a table indicating where each important record can be found. Now let's talk about the importance of maintaining your records. Now that you know what records you want to keep, as well as where to keep them, you'll also need to make sure that you set up a system to maintain them. After all, a comprehensive record system is only useful if you continue to maintain the records and use the system that you set up. We'll give you tips to help you stay up to date. After all, maintaining accurate records for childcare businesses is important to providing quality care and protecting the health and safety of the children in your care. It's also helpful for any audits, or in the case that you're looking to expand, you have information to show potential investors, apply for grants, or show banks for loans. When maintaining your records, you should get into the habit of filing. Keep 2 sets of records and create a backup. Your records are crucial to your business, and being able to easily access them can save you frustration, time, and money. Whatever record system works for you, plan to regularly maintain and back up your important information. This means, first, creating a habit for yourself. Some might file things right when they cross your desk. Some might prefer to hold everything and file once a month or so. Either way, make sure it works for you and your business and you're comfortable and able to keep it up. We also strongly suggest that you keep 2 sets of records. That means this is a backup in case something happens. They can be stored on your computer in your office or in your home files, where one set provides a backup for the other set. This means potentially keeping a paper copy to back up a digital copy. Tips for getting started and getting organized could include: write down the records that you want or need to keep. Include how long you plan to maintain them. You could also include how often you want to update them, and add where to find them when they're stored. In this example, we're showing you the document, the retention period, the frequency that you should update it, the storage that you've used for them, when you last updated them, and the folder name of the file that you put them in. Creating a simple log like this can help you organize your record-keeping system as you get started. Keep in mind, as you create the system, key records like data and Social Security numbers and address also need to have privacy protections. Make sure that information is kept locked up and on a hard copy. There are options to lock digital files with password protection or to use multiple encryption technology on cloud servers. Whether your files are on paper, on your hard drive, or in a cloud, add the maximum reasonable amount of protection so that you can mitigate the risk of a data breach. Keep the people who you permit access to this documentation to a minimum. The Tickler System. This can help you use your record-keeping system to prepare for upcoming activities, in addition to maintaining historical records. You can use your record-keeping system not only to maintain historical information, but also to help prepare for future or reoccurring tasks. That's what the Tickler System is all about. Create a Tickler note, a document or a folder, digitally or on paper. It should have reminders, upcoming information, or to-do items that come up every month or every quarter. Ticklers can prepare you for quarterly taxes or annual reporting, or remind you of monthly follow-ups or renewals. These are just a few examples that we've provided. Finally, let's look at tips for getting help. And there's always outside help available if needed. If you hire an outside bookkeeper, make sure you're clear about what their responsibilities are. And remember that the ultimate responsibility for bookkeeping and accounting for records for your business lies with you. Even if you have a bookkeeper to handle some functions, you should still maintain knowledge and general best practices and awareness of your business's record keeping. There are also online and computer-based tools that can help with things like invoicing, time tracking, payroll, paying bills, etc. There are so many choices. If you're considering purchasing one of these apps or softwares, make sure you know what your needs are and have a budget in mind. Use trial periods or demos to understand the features that are available within these programs and make sure that you and other responsible parties are comfortable with it. Think about mobile accessibility and how your team can access it, as well as all your staff. Remember, there are always resources that are available to you. You can check out the website for Virginia Early Childhood Education Foundation with the link provided below. And there you can find guides and videos, links to resources in English and Spanish, or register for business coaching. Thank you so much for your participation in watching this video, and we hope that it was helpful to you.